And so the giving season is upon us, isn't it? Many people like to give around this time of year, and that's great because really, despite a weird or uneven economy, we have managed to see $600 billion in charity donations in 2024 alone. So that giving spirit continuing, and that's really great. But local financial professional, he does teach us though, doesn't he? Mark Henry from Alloy Wealth Management is here talking about some of the strategies that we can really make the most of charities and making donations, and then, giving. It's the gift of giving. Then you also give yourself. But let's talk about charities first, Mark. How you doing?
Fabulous. Thanks for having me on.
Thanks for coming into the Live Impact studio. This time of year is so great for charitable donations. Why this time of year?
It's like 60% of it all happens in this final quarter. And so there's a lot of reasons for that. I think obviously the holiday season and Christmas and all the fun stuff that goes along with that. But it's also people do think about, well, if I give, I will get the tax break. So there's some tax benefits to get it in before the end of the year. And so I think that has a lot to do with it all happening right here at the end in the season. And people just seem to be happier. I wish we could be this way all year long this season, right? But there are some things you can do, Jane, to make it better. And so when you say make it better, what do you mean? Well, like for instance, if you're over 70 and a half and you know you're going to be giving to charitable organizations, maybe it's your church and you're going to tithe. Well, why wouldn't you do that through a qualified charitable distribution? So you're taking money out of your IRA and having it go directly to where you want it to go, to that nonprofit, to that church, to whatever it is you're passionate about. Well, the idea behind that then is because you did it that way, it no longer hits your 1040 provisional line on your tax return. And so, really cool stuff's going on now. It's not raising your income. You're not only getting the tax break, but you're not paying taxes on that withdrawal of the IRA. And you most likely will be paying less for your Medicare premium because you lowered your income. And remember, Medicare premiums are based on that 1040 line, the provisional line on that tax return. So you're getting some benefits out of giving.
All right, good to know. But now this time of year, can you still, is there enough time to sort of configure that, or that's part of our 2026 planning?
Well, it could be both. You could still make that gift before the end of the year, absolutely, and do it that way. Absolutely, it could.
Right.
And of course, open a donor advised fund. Again, this is a way that there's processes involved, but you can open a donor advised funds where you contribute to that, and then you use that throughout the year to make these charitable distributions. And of course, I like doing it year long rather than all at one time because you're most likely to hit your goal of what you really do want to give if you do it systematically.
Okay, so is there a cap to tax deductions?
Yeah, there is. Like anything, you have to look at the rules and stuff. Like on your qualified charitables, coming out of your IRA, it's $108,000. So, but again, always look at the professionals, ask and get your facts before you do it. But the reality is, why not give and make it beneficial for yourself? You get something out of it. That's kind of cool. Besides the giving part.
That's right.
That we get.
I mean, and let's stay on this giving theme because we should also give to ourselves. What do you mean by that?
Well, it's this time of year we're so interested in buying the gifts for everyone. And maybe there's a new suit that I want or a new pair of shoes that you want or something. And that's all great too. So we decide while we're buying, we might as well get something for else. But I like this idea of why don't we pay ourselves first? So many people get it backwards. They pay the mortgage. Well, of course you have to pay your mortgage payment, your rent payment, your car payment, your credit cards. I get all that. But if you're going to do all this work, why wouldn't you pay yourself first? The first person that needs to get paid after the taxes are taken out of your check and you finally get that check is decide how much you're going to pay yourself in 2026. And sometimes people will say, well, Mark, if I do that, there won't be any money left to pay all the bills. Well, then we may have a spending problem. But if I'm going to do the work, I feel like I should get paid for it.
Right. So when you say pay yourself first, that is putting money away.
Correct.
Into a savings account.
That's right. Or the 401
or
the, whatever it is. There's still people, believe it or not, that their companies match on their 401, Jane, and you're not going to believe this. They match 3%, let's say, and there's people not putting money in it. Do you know you're turning down a 3% pay raise by not contributing when your employer matches?
Right.
We got to fix these things in 26.
Right. And then when you do contribute to your IRA, that is also not a tax deduction, but that doesn't, right? That's
Well, it
off
comes
your
off
income?
your taxes if it's going to that, or maybe you should talk to the HR department. Your 401 for 26 may have a Roth 401 offered now, and that might be even better for your plan. Again, you can contribute to the Roth, not get a break on your taxes this year, but that's money you'll never pay taxes on in the future.
Okay, so when you say maybe we have a spending problem,
Yeah.
and I would like to pay myself, what does that look like in practical terms for the average person who gets,
Yeah.
an average income?
Right. Well, and again, regardless of the income, I see this for everyone. In fact, sometimes it's even worse on the higher incomes because they simply have a bigger spending issue.
Spend more, yeah.
Right. They have a bigger one. So it doesn't mean the income determines it. But when I think about this idea of paying yourself first, if we have a spending problem, we have to get on a spending plan. I hate to think about the word budget because I've worked really hard I don't want to live on a budget. But I do have to live on a spending plan, and I get to choose where my money goes. Well, that's how you should start 2026, deciding, hey, okay, I want to do this. I want to pay myself first. First, we have to know where's the money going.
Yeah.
Where is it going? Let's figure it out. Then let's get rid of the credit card debt, the student debt, whatever is holding us down and keeping us from hitting our goals and having what we call a confident financial future.
Okay, let's talk about the future. 2026, uncertain at best.
Yes.
We have maybe some tools that might help us, like AI, but
Yeah.
who knows? A potential government shutdown. I hate to say it again.
Could happen.
And these Affordable Care Act credits
Right.
are expected to go up for a lot of millions of Americans. All right, so let's talk about first step, first things first in trying to get our financial house in order, Mark.
January is a great time. People think of the new year and all, but I really like the idea of doing some of this in December before the year end,
Oh, okay.
especially in the holidays because you can talk to your family. You have aging parents. Maybe it's time to talk to them about their finances, and it's time to take a look at yours. Remember, in December, we typically get what's known as the Santa bump, followed by the January slump.
Oh.
It's cyclical. It seems like the markets seem to really go up at the holiday spending, and it looks like people are doing their job and they're spending plenty. Haven't seen earnings reports, but it looks like it's going well. But then that's typically followed by a January slump. Well, here's the idea. Is it time to rebalance our stocks? If we're younger, are we being aggressive enough in our 401? And I mean that. You're young.
okay.
You should be aggressive, and
Right.
you can't use the money anyway. Let's go make money. Well, the market may fall. It not may fall, it will fall. But that's okay as long as you're investing in your 401 because then you'll be buying really cool stuff on sale.
Okay, right.
But now I'm in my 50s and I'm thinking about retirement in 5 years or 10 years, or I'm already retired. Hey, it's been a great year. We have to take a hard look at what we've done and take profit off the table right now. It's a good time to be saying, hey, I had a good year. I need to rebalance. I need to take some profit off the table. I need to put it where I won't lose it in this potential next 2026 with the things you mentioned earlier.
Ah, okay, very good. So it depends on where you are in life.
That's right.
To make those next moves, and a good conversation to have with family members. Hey, you know what? You've got a week off, maybe. A lot of people are going to have some conversations on the side, and maybe that might just be a good time to go ahead and reconsider your next moves for 2026. Any final thoughts as we head into the new year then, Mark? What should we look for or keep a heads up?
Well, this journey you're on you're not alone. Millions. If you think nobody understands how tough it is, yeah, they do. Other people are doing it. So I really like the idea of accountability partners in 26. I know it helps me personally, and I've seen others. Loud budgeting, where you tell your family and friends what you want to do in 26. But at the end of the day, remember, you can do this.
You